Hi Selena, this video is just for you, but I invite anyone else who might need to do some library research to follow along with this video. Hopefully you find ways to navigate the VC library database and catalog that are helpful for you and for your topic. The intention or the goal of this video is to give you quick and easy ways to navigate through the library module, and so you understand some of the different tips and tricks for gathering up really good research. So the topic that I'm using for today for this video is Me Too. The guiding question for the research is has the Me Too movement gone too far? That's kind of the opening guiding question, and so we're going to use that question for our research. Follow along. So I am clicking on the library, on the research module. I'm going to click on week 13, problem research projects. So you can go to the library database directly if you want from the VC homepage, but I'm actually using this link here. I'm going to click on the first link. It's bringing me to the library catalog. Because we're using multiple platforms here, I'm also going to show you how to do it from the VC homepage, because that in the long run is going to help you. Let me just move myself. Student services. Let me click on menu here. Where is it? So scroll down on the menu on the right hand screen on the VC homepage. Down there it's in alphabetical order. You'll see the library. If you want to, it will bring you here and you can search here. You can also click on the link here. Let me see, guides. There's advanced search, there's journal search, databases, library guides, video tutorials. We have location and all that information. So again, this is another way to get to the library. I actually prefer the link that I've given you guys because it goes right there and you can see all the databases. It's just easier to navigate. We're going to use this as our home base. So anytime we venture out, we're going to come back to this link or to this space in the library. This is, for me, the easiest way to navigate. So if you're not sure, make sure you're coming back here. This is like your home or your starting place. So we're going to start with Me Too as our search terms. I'm going to go ahead and put it in quotation marks. Oftentimes, if you put it in quotation marks, what it does is it tells the search to look for this phrase together. I think it's called a Boolean phrase. And that means that it stays together. Rather than searching for the words me and too, it's going to search for Me Too together. So I am on the VC library catalog. That means that I am searching for books. So long ago, back in the day, you'd go into a library, you'd pull open a little drawer, and you would skim through these little titles of books, and that's how you would find books. That was the library catalog. Now we have an online library catalog. So imagine this. This is our scroll through. So we're just going to hit search. Again, we're going to come up against obstacles. We're going to encounter closed doors. We're going to encounter roadblocks, whatever you want to call them. And the task for us as researchers is to be like water and to find ways to navigate around those obstacles. It's also our task in life, folks. So what popped up here, oh, I have this book, is a poetry book, and then also Songs for a Better Living. So I'm not sure what that's about, even though those are awesome sources. So I hit a roadblock, so I'm going to take off my quotation marks and see if this works better. Confessions of a Scholarship Winner, The Secrets That Help Me. That one is not going to work. So for the library catalog, you have to think of it this way. Me Too has really only been a bigger part of our pop culture, our larger mainstream conversations for about a year. And so publication-wise, book publication-wise, we might not see it with those terms in the library catalog. So we have to find a way to think of other words that are similar to Me Too. So I'm going to go straight to Google and I'm going to type in Me Too. So the Me Too movement is about a lot of things. It's about sexual violence, it's about feminism, it's about survivors, and then you can kind of get some information there and see where to go. So why is the movement so important? It helps to show survivors of sexual abuse that they're not alone. It also helps to improve awareness about sexual violence, showing just how widespread sexual harassment and assault really are. So I know that sexual abuse and sexual assault are part of my search terms, so I would go back to the library and I would type those in instead. 85 books pop up. The first one is Sexual Assault in the Military, and then it goes down from there. The Me Too movement is not in a vacuum. It's about sexual assault and sexual assault violence in the world. We happen to see a lot of it happening in different power dynamics in Hollywood. But again, this happens in businesses, in corporations, it happens in families, it happens in lots of different structures because sexual violence and sexual assault is part of the human experience. And so it's happening on college campuses, it's happening in dorms, it's happening all over, right? And so again, as you're searching, you're going to be narrowing down your search by kind of looking at specific groups. So again, that's 85 books that popped up for sexual assault. I will change my search term to violence just so you can see the difference. When I type in sexual violence, I get 138 books. So keep that in mind. So sexual violence, this one here is opposing viewpoints. If you clicked on this book, it would have several articles that deal with sexual violence, and they would be offering different viewpoints on sexual violence. So again, you can still check out books. You can see if that's interesting to you. Just to back up, just to kind of show you the different ways of searching. I'm going to go back here. Again, that's 138 books for sexual violence. I think it was 85 for sexual assault or sexual abuse. Those are key terms that should be and will be in your research if you're researching Me Too. One thing you'll have to do for your reader is really define and explain what is Me Too, and this goes for any topic. If you pick abortion, if you pick climate change or global warming, you'll have to set the stage in your research by opening your paper or somewhere in the early stages of your research paper by defining and explaining the history of that term, of that topic. And so that is going to vary and it's going to be different depending on what your topic is. But regardless of your topic, if your topic was like mine during the Zoom session today, if you were researching pets as emotional support animals, then I would have to explain what that even means, right? Because that's a newer thing. We probably had pets for emotional support for hundreds of years, right? We can even say now thousands of years. But now we actually have this term, right, where you can have an emotional support animal, an animal that helps you to relieve anxiety and stress, right? If that were my topic, I'd have to kind of walk you through what that means. Keep that in mind. So now I'm going to switch over to the database. I'm going to click on online databases, and this means that this is a virtual space with all these little filing cabinets, all these little stacks of bookshelves of different magazines and journals and articles from newspapers, and that's what we're delving into right now. So we are opening up a whole world of hundreds of thousands of articles here with one click of the button. So I kept sexual violence here. If I wanted to, this says including sex crimes, I could also say and Me Too. So we have on college campus. That's what's popping up here. If I wanted to narrow down my search, I could use the refine here on the left. If I just want, so that's 233,000. If I just want to start with Me Too, remember, you don't have to read all these. You can start out by just critically skimming, see what's out there. What are the viewpoints? I see now they're talking about college campus, freshmen. I see they're talking about a couple different things just by glimpsing on here. So again, how Me Too Hollywood types destroyed feminism. That for me might be something that's interesting. When saying Me Too isn't enough. So again, I can see multiple viewpoints just by clicking on this. So I'm going to click on how Me Too Hollywood types destroyed feminism. This is a more recent article. It is from November 1st from 2018. And this is the abstract. So this is giving you kind of the background. So if you read this and you think, okay, this might be interesting, then you can go ahead and you can click read online. So I'm not sure if I'm logged in, but you have to be logged in to get the information. So I must be logged in because it did pop up. So the article looks like this. This is volume number 7, number 11 of the volume, November 2018. This is the title. This is the writer, Daniel Otero. He's an English teacher investigating the topic. These are the keywords. And then here's the abstract. This is where you can read a summary of it. So again, this is where you can read his sources and check out the information. And then, you can see if you like it, you can save it, you can send it to yourself. You can do all those things. You can cite it in MLA format. It's pretty awesome. I'm just going to go back here. So one thing that you want to check on is I am logged in. You'll see that you're logged in. If you're not logged in at the top of this homepage, then it will say login. You'll click login, and then it will ask you for your last name and your 900 number. If you don't know your 900 number by heart, you can go back to your VC portal and it will be right there for you, and you can go ahead and use it that way. So again, you need to log in with your 900 number. So this is not enough for me. I'm going to play around with my search terms, typing Me Too movement, because I noticed movement is a big part of the phrase Me Too movement. Again, I put it in quotation marks, so let's see what happens. So now I only got 29. This is awesome. This is much more manageable, and I can scroll through. This is Psychiatry Investigation Journal, Hollywood Reporter, New Horizons in English Studies. So you can kind of see these are the different, that same article popped up by Daniel Otero, The Movement and the Future. I'll go ahead and click on that. So a lot of times you'll get directed to a page that is going to ask you to click on a link to get you to the article. So that's normal. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. There's no surefire way. This one, it looks like it popped up. So I'll just open up my screen a little bit, or scoot my screen over, I should say. So whenever I'm reading an article, I always do a few things. So this article gives you all the information. You can listen to it. It'll read it to you. The title of the article is The Movement and the Future. It was written in November of 2018. Volume number, issue number, page numbers. Here is the author, and here's the source. It's from Essence Magazine, which is a great magazine. I always click on the full PDF because it's much easier to read. So I'm just showing you how I do it. You can download it, you can save it. We have a beautiful image here. We open up the article and you can scroll down. So again, I can see here that it's 5 pages. If I want to, let me move my screen over just a bit. If I want to, oops, what did I do? Oh, I think I clicked on the ad. Let me go back. Let me move myself over here. If you're over far enough, I just want to point out all the things that this will do. You can save it to your Google Drive. You can print it. You can email it to yourself, a link of it. You can add it to a folder. This is how I gather research. You can cite it. It'll cite it for you in MLA format because that's the formatting that we're using. You just scroll down to MLA, and then you can highlight it and you can paste it into your research. Again, the database is phenomenal. I recommend that you use articles on the database. So say I say this article and I'm like, what's this about? And you can start reading it. The cool thing about Essence Magazine, like Vogue or Glamour or 17, is that you can look through. They're just easy to read. They're written for everyday people. They're not super jargony, and they are popular culture. So you're going to see kind of an overview of the topic and what it's about. If it's too small for you, you can just make it bigger. I can see here that there's a reference to Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. So this is an article I would use if I was talking about Me Too, just because I find it inspiring. It's beautiful. I know that it's reaching a large group of people, everyday people, and so this might be a great source for this topic. So this is just one source, folks. You can see all the different citing tools and use those if they're helpful to you. Again, if you go back to the database where we started, then you'll see that there's lots of different sources. Oopsie, sorry. And you can use whatever kind of sources you want, but you want a variety of sources, you want a variety of viewpoints, you want a variety of scholarship, right? Whether it's coming from the database or from somewhere else. If we go back to the original place we began and we click on the database, another really great one is CQ Researcher or Opposing Viewpoints.